we about to lead the Midwest, man, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention these brothers, man. Again, another episode I was blessed to be on the vault, and you did another breakdown on their first album. But this
Mhm.
time, because we want to talk about them from the catalog from a holistic standpoint. Because man, when they came out, I
Mhm.
don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
You talk about a tectonic shift in hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm in Chicago in the home of city of Twister, and I'm used to the but when I heard these boys, I said, what the fuck is where they from?
Yeah.
Docs, let's talk about the crown jewel of the Midwest, as I call it.
Mhm.
Found by the legendary great Eric Wright, Eazy-E, who you did a great job of breaking down his career and
Mhm.
impact. Go check that out if you haven't seen it, because did a phenomenal job talking about Eric Wright. Let's talk about Bone Thugs and Harmony coming out of Cleveland, Ohio, the
Yeah.
jewel of the Midwest.
Yeah. I mean, we said it during our review, man. When they came out, it was the style, the flow, the music, the image really is what the whole package is really what was the tectonic shift.
Mhm.
It was that flow, that first,
Oof.
single that came out, dropping with Douglas Rugged Bone, but it was oh damn, these niggas coming out with these cornrows. They have, in some of these videos, they wearing these fatigues and these sports jerseys and these Gore-Tex jackets and all that, right? Then it was the flow, the stylization, the way that the music made you feel. Their style helped to inspire styles. And I could say, because when their music came out, I was in middle school, man.
Okay.
So when they dropped that summer, I'm starting middle school and I see everything change about the guys, the boys in my school, the way that a lot of them dressed. It changed a lot of them the way they did their hair. It
Mhm.
changed the demeanor, everything. That's influence. And if
Come on.
that was happening there where I was at, right outside of DC, I know that was happening in places in the Midwest, had to be
Absolutely.
happening in places out west, had to be happening in places in the Southwest and on the third coast because they were big. And the fact that they were this group that all had this style, that with that rapid flow and the music, which was expertly produced by DJ Yella and DJ Unique,
Okay.
which had some West Coast overtones to it,
Yes,
but their
sir.
style was uniquely Midwest. And they let people know that they were from Cleveland, and that was and they were damn proud of it as well.
Damn
And
right.
we got introduced to other people from the Midwest because of Bone. Let's keep it a buck. Not those y'all from the Midwest. Are you from Chicago, or you from Kansas City, or you from St. Louis, or you from Detroit? You'll be like, oh, we always been here. Yeah, we know you've always been there.
Yeah,
But
we know.
from the perspective of somebody who's not there,
Come on, B Cox. Talk to me.
Bone introduced us to them, and they introduced us and made us want to look at what else was out there in this part of the country that nobody was paying attention to up until that point.
You
Really.
better say it.
You know? Oh, Bones rapping like this. Who else rapping like this out here in the Midwest? There's a guy out there named Twister. He rap like that too. Does he rap faster than them? Oh, then all of a sudden you see these other groups starting to come out. Another group from the Shy, Crucial Conflict, dropping.
Oh,
Stylistically, almost like like Bone clones, as I like to call them, right? And
I
no
hate
disrespect to
the
them,
clothes.
and no disrespect to them, but I mean, honestly, that's what it seemed like to me and everybody else who was watching from our perspective of where we was from in DC. Them niggas seemed like they was Bone clones, right?
Fair enough.
Then you have Do or Die, Then people start finding out about Tech Nine, So the Pandora's box opens up in the Midwest because of Bone Thugs and Harmony, right?
Okay.
And
Right.
take it even a step further and go down to the Mid South because of the rift that they had, this thing they had between them and 3-6 Mafia. So the influence ends up spanning well even beyond just what you would consider to be traditional Midwest. It goes even further than that. So Bone drops these albums, then individually they start dropping projects, then they all reunite again for another album right around the end of the century. And by the time you get into the new millennium, they're established as hip hop superstars, a rarity in hip hop where stylistically they had this style and they were dominating the charts. Let's not forget that these songs like Thuggish Ruggish Bone and For the Love of Money and
Whew.
Crossroads and East 1999 and Look Into My Eyes and Days of My Lives, stuff that they dropped on the soundtracks were songs and videos that people were into. Everybody out there who remembers the box, man, music videos you control, you call in, dial
Hell
up a
yeah.
number, get you with
Hell
them.
yeah.
Jones videos were always at the top, not just Crossroads, which everybody remembers, but they videos were always
Always.
the most requested videos out there. You don't gain popularity out there unless people mess with what it is that you have. So their influence really is that, man, they opened up the Midwest, I would say, for us to be able to discover not just what they had, but then what other people decide to then duplicate afterwards. Then also for people to see, oh, there's other stuff over here that's good as well. And what did I say? The do or dies, the crucial conflicts, the tech nine,
Twist.
the twisters. It gave us an entryway into other artists out there that also existed for a while. And then we saw that this style was uniquely and very much Midwest. And that's what helped to open up that whole nother part of the body. Just like the South, when the South really first jumped out there for the very first time, whether it was Two Live Crew or Outkast or Ghetto Boys or Scarface, eventually down to Cash Money and or to No Limit. It opened up another universe for us that we didn't even think that existed. It's like playing a video game and you unlocking a new level of somewhere you never been before. And it's like, oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here I didn't even know was here. That's what that did.
Wow. Because I know you're telling them you're spot on because being there, man. One thing about and whenever you're from a region that tends to be, I don't know, man, it tends to be, when it comes to hip hop and contribution, sometimes the Midwest is forgotten, because hey, I mean, we just were. Even though
Mhm.
we listen to everything, and being from the Midwest, you listen to the Southern
Yeah.
music, the Western music, the East,
Yeah.
everything.
Everything.
But
Yeah.
when somebody from that region pops, man, it's a certain pride because it's like, yeah, god damn it, we've been dope. See, I told y'all we've been dope. And so
Hell yeah.
Bone is always, man, they're near and dear to me because that was around the time I was really outside and I was going into the military and I was like, yeah, you see, nigga, you see how we get down in the Midwest, nigga? It didn't matter if it was Cleveland, I'm from Chicago. It's the Midwest.
Midwest,
And
man. Yeah.
and as a region, man, we were so proud, man. So I'll
Yeah.
always appreciate those brothers, man. And that
Mhm.
music made you want to go hustle too. That, man, For the Love of Money, that
Yeah.
was a hustling music, man. That was hustling music, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
it definitely was. Absolutely.
hey,
Absolutely.
hey guys, go check out the review again on the Vault Classic. Myself and B Cox, that was a phenomenal episode. We really did a great job, man, of breaking down Crippin' on the come up. But
Mhm.
y'all know what B Cox do, man. He put the sauce on it, man. All right, B Cox, let's get out the Midwest, man. I know we got to get down south because